2 of the teenagers who raped 2 girls in 2 separate attacks in Fordingbridge in Hampshire had been reported to the police before for alleged sex crimes. This is a story that I've worked on this whole week, and it's in today's Times. Right here. As little as 10 days before the boys would rape a girl, they were reported to police for an alleged sexual assault. One of the boys grabbed a girl round her neck while the other boy put his hand up another girl's skirt. This is what was reported to the police 10 days before. The police said they investigated it. They said there wasn't enough evidence to do anything with it, and so the boys went free. This isn't the only crime of a sexual nature that they are alleged to have committed. One of the boys, he was 10 in 2022, was reported to police for using his bike along with another boy to corner 2 girls and say sexualised things to them. They were reported to the police for that. The police said, Hampshire police said, there was an investigation and they didn't take it any further because there wasn't really much to look into there. This shows, along with some other reported crimes, which include using a catapult to kill a duck, that was what was reported, using a catapult again to cause damage to trees and people's property, and also hanging outside a local convenience store and bullying children to go in and steal alcohol for them. All of those things were reported to the police. None of them made it into the pre-sentencing report that the judge would have seen. Now, the judge has been rightly criticised for not giving a custodial sentence. The CPS who did the prosecution recommended custodial sentences for the 3 boys who committed the rapes. But the judge looked at their previous record, saw it said they'd never been cautioned, they'd never been warned, nothing. They'd had no involvement with the police, apparently. And therefore, the judge could look at the previous record, see it was completely clean, because the police had never entered in anything about any of these other reports before. And the judge could literally say, you've never been in any big trouble before. And yet you've got people all over Fordingbridge who've spoken to me and said, we reported these boys long ago. We reported them several times. One woman even got in touch with the police 3 weeks before the second rape and said, once again, the boy, I can't name him, is showing controlling abusive behaviour to young girls. Has everyone become complacent to his behaviour? I can't begin to express my concerns on this. She didn't know that 6 weeks before a girl had been raped by these boys, but 3 weeks after she sent this email, 3 weeks after a police officer got back and said, I'm going to look into this complaint, the boys went on to rape a second girl. Jess Phillips, the MP who recently resigned her role as Minister for Safeguarding and Violence Against Women and Girls, said there were clearly missed opportunities to intervene with these boys that could have prevented the worst. We need to fast ensure that there are targeted interventions with boys showing sexually harmful behaviours. So while people are talking about what the judge should have done, I'm wondering what the police could have done. We did go to Hampshire Constabulary for comment. They didn't directly comment on the various repeated reports of criminality against these boys in the months prior to and the days prior to their attacks.